guys, it's Kassy with makingtimeforgiggles.com. I don't know where all of your states and cities are with the mandatory quarantines and the social distancing and all of the other things that have come along with the coronavirus outbreak that we are experiencing right now. But in our state, in Oregon, we are still under a mandatory quarantine. Maybe when this whole thing started out, it felt a little bit fun almost. I mean, you got to sleep in, maybe you got to wear your pajamas to work, you got to have movie marathons with your family on the weekend instead of rushing from one activity to another. But at some point you started to think about the list of things that you know you probably should get done with all this time at home. Everyone has a list of things that they would like to accomplish, but rarely have time to when life goes on as normal. But this quarantine time can actually be a huge opportunity to take care of some of those things and to do things that will actually make our life easier once life does go back to normal. So in this video, I'm going to cover 7 productive things to do with your time at home, and I'm also going to give you 7 productivity boosters for when you aren't feeling like doing something productive. Sometimes it's easy to get stuck in a rut of just relaxing and lounging and hanging out more than actually accomplishing things. So use these productivity boosters if that is how you feel right now, and it will get you kicked into gear of getting things done. Okay, let's get started on the 7 productive things that you can do with your time at home. And each of the things that I have put in this list will help you be more productive when life gets back to normal as well. So if you spend a little bit of time now working on these routines and honing these habits, it will make your life easier in the long run. Number 1, start a daily routine. It may seem like you don't really have much need for a daily routine right now, but this is actually a great time to start one if you've never had a specific daily routine before. I highly recommend using a block schedule because it can work for any situation, whether you're in quarantine or whether you're living your day-to-day life, or even when you need to shift your routine as your kids get older or job changes happen. I will leave a link in the description below with a video about creating your own block schedule, and it also shows mine as an example. And I'll also leave some templates down below for creating your block schedule. But this is probably the biggest thing that you can do to save yourself time and energy when life gets back to normal after the quarantine. Number 2, declutter. Maybe you feel like you're always cleaning and can never keep the mess under control. Or maybe you've known for a long time that you need to declutter but have never had the time to do it. Either way, this social isolation time at home is a fantastic opportunity to start decluttering your house. Maybe you won't get all the way through it before life goes back to normal, but even if you can get started, it will help in the long run with keeping your house clean and tidy. I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like a decluttering workbook and if you want a step-by-step guide to go through on how exactly to declutter your house. But the big thing to remember is to just get started. Even just decluttering one garbage bag worth of things will make your house feel so much lighter and easier to clean. Number 3, start a cleaning routine. I don't know about you, but this is something that I worked with for a long time before I was able to figure out. It seemed like everything that I looked at on Pinterest was suggesting that I clean my house top to bottom, including the windows, every single week, or else my house wasn't really clean. And that just didn't work for me. At the time when I was figuring out my cleaning routine, I had a 1-year-old at home, and there was just no way I could deep clean every week. So I created a simple cleaning routine for myself that I knew I could stick with. And I found that one of the big problems is a lot of people try to do all their cleaning on one day of the week, and then they expect their house to stay clean all through the week. What I decided to do was basically to take all the cleaning that I needed to do, and that was cleaning that I wanted to do, not necessarily what all of those unrealistic lists said I should do, and divide it out throughout the week. Then on that day of the week, all I would do was that one specific activity, and it made my life so much easier. I'll put some links in the description below if you want to know how to create your simple weekly cleaning routine, or if you want to take a look at mine. But either way, having a cleaning routine in place will make your life much easier when life goes back to normal after the quarantine. Number 4, start a meal plan. Meal planning can save you so much time and money no matter what the circumstances. And this quarantine time is a great opportunity to get into the habit of planning your meals. Maybe you've tried meal planning before and you think that it's just not for you, but I highly suggest that you try a different type of meal planning. Maybe you've tried weekly meal planning and you need to do monthly instead, Or maybe you've tried monthly and seasonal meal planning may work better for your personality. I'll leave some links in the description below with some different kinds of meal planning that you can try. But no matter which type of meal planning you choose, it will save you a lot of time and money when life gets back to the craziness that we know will happen after the quarantine. Number 5, start a budget. Starting a budget will make saving money so much easier for you, especially when things get back to normal with the economy. And right now, with the economy being a little bit uncertain, it is a great time to get into the habit of saving money. I'll leave some links in the description below if you would like to see a step-by-step guide as well as a workbook for creating your own budget. Number 6, start a hobby, work on an existing hobby, or maybe work on a business or a side hustle if you have one of those. Are you always wishing you had more time to crochet or read a book or play an instrument? Well, now is a great time to do that. Maybe you've been saying that you wanted to start working out for years. Well, now you could take what used to be your commute time and turn that into a workout time. You don't need a gym to work out. We love doing workout videos at home. I can put a link in the description below on the workout videos that we use. And we also love going for runs or bike rides with our girls in our jogging stroller. I'll put a link in the description below for the double bike trailer that we use if you have kids and are trying to work out with them. Even if you feel like you would get a better workout at the gym, it's definitely better than nothing or continuing to wish that you could work out for the next year or two. Number 7, teach your children something. There's really no better way to use this time than to teach our children important life skills. Especially if they're normally at school and not with you all the time, this is a great opportunity to give them those skills that they will need when they're on their own in life. One great thing to teach them during this time is how to do chores. If you want more info on that, I'll put a link in the description below with a chore checklist and a step-by-step guide on how to teach your kids to do chores. Another thing that often gets overlooked when we're living our day-to-day lives is to teach our children about finances and budgeting. But this is a great opportunity to sit down with them and go over some of those details, whether it is letting them help you build your family budget, or you can teach them how to budget their own money. And I will leave a link in the description below for how to teach kids about budgeting, as maybe your kid has been struggling in school and they need some additional tutoring from you during this time. Just go on YouTube and type in creative ways to teach your kid, fill in the blank with whatever subject they need help with, and try some of them out with them. We have been doing some balloon volleyball as we learn the alphabet here, and it is really fun and a great way to get some exercise out in the meantime too. It's also possible that your kid just might need to learn something a different way with a different learning style. School is often just auditory and or visual learning, whereas some kids are kinesthetic learners and they need to move around a little bit and to touch things in order to understand a concept. Being at home is a great opportunity to incorporate some different learning styles that may help your child understand something better. Another thing you could teach your kids during this time is just how to be more independent. Maybe you're always rushing to get everyone out the door because nobody really knows the process of getting themselves ready. This is a great time, while you have this extra time at home, to teach them how to get themselves dressed, how to brush their own teeth, maybe even how to fix themselves a simple breakfast, and then put their dishes in the dishwasher. Once they get used to being more involved in this process, you can always start setting a timer and showing them exactly how it will look in the morning from start to finish and when you will need to leave the house. This will lead to much less stress and frustration for everyone involved. Okay, let's get started with the productivity boosters. Number 1 on that list is make your bed. Making your bed may seem so simple and like it really doesn't matter at all, but it plays a huge part in starting your day off right. It tricks your brain into thinking you've accomplished something and gives you a reward in your brain. And your brain likes that and it wants to keep doing productive things to keep getting that reward. Number 2, get dressed. Again, it may seem a little bit pointless, especially if you aren't going anywhere during the day, but getting dressed sets yourself up for doing things during the day. It tells your brain, hey, we've got things to do, we've got places to go, even if you don't actually have places to go, your brain thinks that you do. And then you can get going on the important things that you have during the day, and it will keep you from just lounging around. Number 3, open your windows. Just opening the blinds alone and letting in the natural light will give you a huge boost in productivity. If it isn't too cold outside, go ahead and open your windows and doors as well and let in that fresh air. Again, this will trick your brain into thinking, wow, I have so much energy, let's get some things done. And you will do much more productive things than if you keep your blinds closed and your windows closed all day. Number 4, keep your kitchen clean. Having a clean kitchen is such a motivator for continuing to do more productive things. If you have a pile of dirty dishes in the sink, it can be really overwhelming and you may feel like you can't get anything else done until you clean the kitchen. Whereas if you keep the kitchen clean throughout the day, not only does it take less time and it takes much less energy to do, but it will give you the time and space to get more important things done throughout the day. If you have a hard time keeping your kitchen clean, I'll leave a link in the description below with my Busy Mom's Guide to cleaning your kitchen the easy way. And it will give you the most efficient way to clean your kitchen, and it will save you a lot of time. Number 5, keep up with your laundry. This is another thing like the kitchen that can get out of hand really quickly if you aren't careful. But if you stay on top of it, it will give you more time to get things done that are more important. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below if you would like to look at a productive laundry routine that will help you stay on top of your laundry instead of getting overwhelmed by it. Number 6, turn off the screens. We all think that we can multitask, but there's so much research out there saying that no one really can. So turn off the TV, the iPad, and anything else that is distracting you if you want to get some productive things done with your time at home. Number 7, use focus blocks to get things done more quickly and efficiently. Basically, you can set a timer for the amount of time that you want to work on something. Like maybe you normally have commute time, and now that you're working from home, you want to use that commute time to do something more productive. So set a timer for a half hour or 45 minutes or whatever that commute time normally was, and you can work on the productive things with that time instead. I hope this gave you some ideas for some productive ways to spend your quarantine time. I would love to hear how you are spending it, and if you have any other productive ideas that I didn't mention here, please put those in the comments below for other people to look at and get ideas from as well. Again, I'm Kassy with MakingTimeForGiggles.com. Hit subscribe down below and ring the little bell if you'd like to see more videos about making mom life simple. I'll see you on the next one.